Hi guys, I just woke up from my nap and I haven't been doing a lot of studying recently for my Part B course, and I really should, so I'm about to, and I wanted to show you my work from home setup. Ever since I've been getting back pain and I've been getting advice from doctors to take it a little bit more seriously and make adjustments to my lifestyle, I have actually revamped my entire study setup. What I did was to change from a normal table to a standing desk, and I also have an ergonomic chair which I'm sitting on. I wanted to show you guys this new setup that I have because I'm really proud of it, and I think it's gonna help me in the long term in terms of having a good posture, making sure that the hours that I spend sitting at the desk is not too harmful for my back, and I think that's really like a long-term investment. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I have found and what works for me. In particular, you'll find that some of the adjustments I've made, they're more tailored towards back pain issues, right? So for example, this chair that I have, it's not the usual chairs that you see. It might not look really pretty or aesthetic or whatever, but I thought that it was the best thing for my back. And I think as law students and as lawyers, a lot of people have been telling me they've been getting back pain issues, and I know it's crazy that at such a young age people are dealing with this, but I thought this could really help someone. If you are looking for a chair, looking for a table, looking for some changes in your setup so that you can avoid these problems, or you can better cope with such pain if you have them. I did my research myself. I went down to the showrooms to look at the chairs, to sit in them. You'll see in the video that I feature some of my favorite table and chair from Ergoworks, and they've very kindly given me a code that I can share with my viewers, such that if you so happen to be looking for a chair or table and you're buying something from them, you can use this code and you get 12% off. No minimum purchase required, and this goes on to help me a little bit with my YouTube channel. So yeah, I thought that was a really nice thing to share. You'll see that I actually purchased these items myself before reaching out to them, and I think honestly, out of all the brands that I've tried in Singapore, this is what works for me. I wanted to put it out there that the things that I've purchased, I've taken into account the cost as well as the quality of the items. So I do want it to be quite affordable, but not to the extent that it compromises the quality. This is what works for me. If it works for you, that's great. Alright, on to the video. So another thing that I have is this phone stand. I know it's really like giving corporate auntie, but I've had this for a bit and it's really useful because if you put your phone on it, you don't have to like keep holding your phone to text. You can just like hold it at the side and text, so it doesn't like hurt your wrist so much. So I thought that was very helpful, and because if it's standing upright, you can just see the messages come in. You don't have to always like peek over. So yeah, and this folds very neatly into a compact little thing, and you can just like keep it somewhere if you don't need it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the standing feature of this table. I will adjust to my standing height. I can adjust it down and everything will move downwards. Okay, let me show you how it looks like. So we can pre-adjust it to a certain height. It helps because everyone has like a different ideal standing and sitting position. If you press this, it's really fast and you don't have to like waste time adjusting. And this is quite a common feature among standing tables. I don't think it's very special. Just about every standing table you see online will have this feature. But for me, what I like about this table is the wooden finish. If you can see, the wood is really like a good like it's a dark wooden material and has a glossy finish. It's easy to clean, but also it gives that dark classy look. So I have this standing mat which I can put on the floor, and when I put on the floor I can stand on it and it's very comfortable. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is my chair. So this is a very funny looking chair, but it's actually made with the intention of ensuring that your back and spine is supported, and that's very important. So what you see is two big flaps over here. The reason why they separate this is because when you lie down, your spine in the middle is well supported. But let's say you want to sit like this, or you want to like change your position a little bit, what you will realize, if you can see, I am leaning back, this is how it looks. But if I shift to the left and shift to the right, okay, I'm not sure if you can see, but essentially the padding moves according to how you are seated, and it will adjust with you. Let me just demonstrate like this and like this. So it's really flexible, but no matter how you move, it will make sure that it follows you. So I thought that was really great because let's be real, like when you're sitting at the table for long hours, you are occasionally gonna sit like this, or you're gonna sit like this. You're just gonna like be in awkward like positions. And one thing that I've learned from my physio is that the main thing is not to sit completely upright all the time. Like that's not necessarily good for your back. What could be better for your back is if you just move around and make sure that you're not in the same position for too long. So for example, every half an hour, make sure you're changing positions, standing up, sitting down. Just move around such that your back is not stiff. One other very important thing for me is the headrest. So usually chairs, they don't have a headrest, so your head is like this, so it's unsupported. But it's so important to have a headrest that supports your head, so that even when you're doing work for long hours, you can be in a relaxed position and there is no pressure, or at least there is less pressure on your neck. If you're constantly doing this, or you're constantly doing this, it places a lot of stress on your neck, and that's not necessarily good. It's also adjustable here, as you can see, so you can adjust it based on your height and whatsoever. Essentially, when you're sitting at a table, what is important is your back is supported, your neck is supported, your hands are at a 90 degree with your hand rest, and then your legs should also be at a 90 degree with the floor. So it shouldn't be dangling. The top of the screen should be at your eye line. So that is the gauge. The last thing I wanted to show you guys is my very trusty speaker. This is a Bose speaker. It's definitely on the pricier end of speakers, but I thought it has really good sound quality. The bass is strong. I'll usually pair it with my computer so that I can listen to the lectures, or I can just play some music. And honestly, as someone who's very big on music, the sound quality does affect the vibe. If you're someone that's really into good like sound quality and you listen to music all the time, I think it's worth getting. I think it's about $200+. Might be slightly more expensive than the JBL, but sound quality so good, and it pairs seamlessly with my phone, my laptop, everything. And this is also waterproof. It's crazy, but you can bring it to the shower. But you can't throw it in the swimming pool apparently because of the chlorine. But I have no intention of doing that. So I got this monitor. It's from LG. It's 4K resolution, and I think it's 27-inch. You can see the resolution is really clear. I'm opening up like a YouTube video, but you can see the resolution is very high, especially when you're reading a ton of words. I think it's very important that the words are clear to me so I can see properly, and it helps my eyes in general. One thing really cool about this, and I'm going to show you. So what this monitor can do is, instead of being horizontal, it can be turned 90 degrees to become vertical, and this will help if you're reading really long documents. And I definitely see myself using this because when we're reading like textbooks, or when we're reading like just really long articles, this will help. And what I did was to get a monitor arm for my monitor, such that now I can adjust this up and down however I like. Okay, and just being a little bit extra, I went to get LED lights. I got this off of Shopee. It's really quite cheap. I think it was less than $5. And you can line it at the bottom of your table, and you can change the lights depending on your mood and whatever. And I also got this monitor lamp off of Taobao. It wasn't very expensive, but it helps to elevate the entire setup. It's probably better for my eyesight. I got this leather pad off of Taobao as well, and you can use this to place your keyboard and mouse on it. It helps to make your table look neater and more tidy. I also got these wrist supports on Shopee. It's quite cheap as well. One is for the keyboard and the other is for the mouse. So this is the keyboard that I have. It's a mechanical keyboard. I didn't get this myself, it was a gift, but honestly this keyboard works so well. I think it's a little bit pricey, not too bad for a mechanical keyboard. It's really sensitive and you'll see that it's huge. It's very sensitive, so you can type really fast on it, and I just love the sound. It's a bit muted but also very like clickety clickety, so yeah.
From section 3 of the Act, there are 5 courts comprised.
With that is my little tour of my work setup. I hope you guys like it. If you do intend to get this chair, remember to check out using my code. And if you do intend to get this table from Ergoworks as well, remember to use my code. Yeah, with that, that's about it. See you!